Hello guys, welcome to my new video. In this video I'm going to try and recreate one of my shoe posters I created a while ago. It is a Yeezy 350 V2 Cynder poster. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe, and as always all the project files will be in the description. Let's get right into it. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is create a new Photoshop file. We will make it in size 1080 by 1400 and the resolution 72. Now all we need is the assets for the poster. I have them all here. You will have them all in the description, of course. I don't know where I found them. I found them somewhere on the internet. I don't know where, but it doesn't matter. Okay, now we can get started. So the first thing we're going to do is make the background black, just like on the original poster, of course, and center this shoe in the middle, but it's not really centered like this, so we are going to center it. I think it's called optical centering, something like that, where it's not in the exact mathematical middle but in the middle we see. So it's a bit to the left, I think. Yeah, this is good. Now we will put this chain in front of it, just like on the original poster, and I'm gonna leave it here, okay? Then the chain in the back, we can put it a bit higher like this, so it wraps around the shoe somehow. Okay. The next thing is put this smoke. The next thing is to put this smoke on the bottom part of the screen. I think it was something like this. I'm not gonna create the exact same poster because I can't put all the assets in the same exact spot, but I'm gonna do my best. But it's somewhere around here. I'm gonna make the shoe a little bit smaller. Okay, I like this. Now we are going to create some lightning on the top, so we can base all the shadows around that light. So I'm gonna take my brush, make it circle, hardness on the 0%, and size doesn't matter, but around this big. We're gonna make it white. I'm gonna actually shrink it a bit from the sides, so it's like this, somewhere around center. That's good. And we are going to put it at, we'll just leave it like this actually for now, until we add some particles and all that. Then we're gonna create some flares. For that I make the brush really thin and just put them somewhere from the center of the light. I'm not sure how it's in the original. There isn't many sharp ones, but I'll add them here just to show you how you can create them. Alright, so we have the light on top, and now we have to create all the shadows and the lights on the shoe and on the chains. Okay, we'll add some shadows and lighting on the shoe first. So we will need some light on top of the shoe first. So let's say somewhere around here is good. And we'll put it as soft light. Like this. I think this is really good. This is in the shadows, so I'll try to kinda remove it a bit just to make it realistic. Alright. Now some shadows on the bottom, some black parts. Make it kind of fade in the darkness behind the smoke. I think this is pretty good. Honestly, I won't even change the blending options, I'll just leave it as normal. Alright, now we can make the shadows and lights on some chains. So let's do the front one. Make some light. I mean, they're already light up here on the original image, but I'll add a little bit more just to increase it. Okay, that's too much. We can put it as we'll just leave it as soft light and add some shadows on the bottom part of it. And maybe a little bit here. That's really good. I think it's much nicer than the original image, because on the original image the lights aren't correct to our light. But this is good. So that's chain front. Now let's add some on the chain on the back. See here on the back chain, the lights are on the bottom part and the shadows are on the top, probably because the original image was flipped like this. So it worked, but actually this is the same image from the bottom chain. I just realized that, but it's okay. So we'll need to match the shadows to work. So let's add some lights on the top first. So we need to kind of revert the lights a bit, the shadows actually, and add some black ones on the bottom. We can add a little bit more here because there's shadow from kind of from the shoe, so it's behind the shoe, so we can put some on it behind it as well, even though the light doesn't really make shadow from the shoe on the, but just for the effect. And we can try removing these hard lights on the chain here, so we'll do that like this. This, and let's fix this side as well. It doesn't make sense to have the highlighted parts on the bottom when there's no light on the bottom, so we'll try to fix that as best as we can. The chain in the back isn't really that visible, so it doesn't matter. And we can try adding some white highlights here because the light comes from the top, so just to fix it. I'm not gonna do all of this really perfect, but I'll do my best. I think I'm doing a pretty good job. Let's add some on the back one as well. And here as well. That's pretty good, I think. And we can even fade the back chain a little bit in the darkness like this. Okay. I like this a lot. Now, since on the original poster we have this line lit up kinda with the white one, so we're gonna do that. So where's the shoe? Shoe, I call it shadows. Oh my god. Shoe. Make a clipping mask on that, and let's select that as best as we can with this. I'm gonna cross the laces, but I'm gonna fix that later. Let's see if this works. If this does the job as overlay. Yeah, that works. Okay. Now let's fix these parts and the shoelace part. Awesome. Okay, that's perfect. We can even blur it maybe just a little bit to make it kind of faded and blended more. Yeah, that works well. Alright, the next part would be to create these, I don't know, I would call them police tapes, crime scene tapes in the background. So we are going to do that really easily by creating a yellow line. So let's pick a yellow color that works best. Let's say this one. And let's add these stroke parts and the text in there. So the stroke parts or those slits we can create easily like this. I'll make it a little bit slow and just copy paste them. I bet there's a faster way of doing this, but I'll just do it like this. As I said, it doesn't really need to be perfect since the focus of the image is on the shoe and not on the tape. Do they go in the same? They don't go in the same direction, so we'll just leave it like this. And let's add some text in the middle. So Yeezy. I probably didn't use this font, but for the sake of this video I'm not going to change that. Let's just make an italic font, and yeah, this is fine in my opinion. Alright, here's the line. So let's just position them how we want. So in this image they were going down in kind of a Z shape. So I'm gonna do the same. So I guess it was kind of like this. Then one going like this. And one more going here. I think it was something like that, yeah. Okay, now we need to add the shadows on them as well, because this looks weird. So let's add a shadow on this one, the first one. So we're just gonna do it like this. And then the shadow on this one here. And we can do the shadow on the top one as well from the shoe. Bit, and I think this is enough. We can add it on the sides, kind of like it's fading. We'll do that on all the other ones as well, and I think that's pretty good. So we'll just group them, call it tapes. Now we can use this texture in front of everything and place it like this. Put it on screen and fix it so it's not really bright like this. Put the contrast at max almost and brightness a bit down. And leave it like that. That's pretty good. Okay. Now let's put the logo in the middle. Somewhere around here. Make it white so it stands out. Drop shadow there just so it's more visible. That's really good. What else did we miss? A bit more lights and a bit more shadows and a camera raw filter, and that's pretty much it. It's a really simple poster, but it's creative and it looks really cool at the end. So let's put some more shadows here in front of the shoe, like this and like this. We can also add a bit more particles from the light, so just make it small and click around. Just make it a little bit bigger since this is really small. Okay, that's good. What else we can do? Add a bit more shadows on this shoe because it's a bit dark. It's a bit dark. It's a bit light here. Okay. This is almost like the original one. It's really close. I'll move this a bit more to the top so the line, this one line isn't visible. Like this. Now let's just group all those layers and merge them together. Create a smart object and create a camera raw filter, and we'll add a bit more color on this, a bit more blue colors so it's a little bit more cold. Temperature, yeah, this is perfect. It adds so much, that blue color, it adds a lot. We can make the exposure a bit lower, contrast a bit higher, highlights, I don't know if we should play with a little bit higher. Shadows, we can even lower them so these parts disappear. We won't use white blacks, we can put clarity a bit higher so it looks sharp and strong, since all the theme of the image is really dark and sharp. We can put the vibrance a bit down and maybe add some fadeness on this image like this, and I think that's pretty much it. It's really close to the original, I think. This is the original, it's really close. The original is a bit colder, a bit more contrasted. I think we did a pretty good job. I think you will enjoy recreating this yourself if you want to. I will leave all the project files down in the description. I hope you liked the video, and if you did, subscribe, comment down below some more ideas, and see you guys in the next one.